Hello, everybody. Welcome. We are so glad to have you here as we meet with Barbara Karnes, Basics with Barbara. We are so grateful to our End-of-Life channel sponsors, which is Encora Health Services, Allset Person Funeral Chapel, and Hillcrest Memorial Gardens. So hopefully I got that right. Anyway, Christine and my name is Karen Midlow, and I am with Encora Health. And I'll let you introduce yourself.
And I'm Christine Sozo with True North Awakening and Doula Givers Institute of Idaho and the Pacific Northwest.
Perfect. And Christine and I are both doula givers, and we are both very passionate about having conversations around end of life. And so if you haven't seen this game, this is something that's really fun to help people start having the conversations. So just so you know, Barbara is going to choose 1, 2, or 3, and I'm going to read her the question and she's going to answer. You ready, Barbara? 1, 2, you want this card, or this card?
Let's do 2.
Oh my goodness. All right. Here's your question. I think about writing my own obituary is A, helpful, nobody knows me like I do, B, conceited, let my loved ones decide what to say, or C, morbid. Why would I want to do that? Or you can pick D, which is your own choice, Barbara. And for $50, what's your answer?
My answer is I would write my own, but I would do it before I needed to do it, and therefore bring in my special people to help me edit it. And okay, here's what I want to say. What do you want to say? And do it before it's needed is the key there for all of us to work together.
Love that. And love that you're going to bring your loved ones in. I've not heard that. That's a really neat idea. Thank you for sharing that. All right, Christine, which one? This one or this one?
Number 1, please.
Is that this one? Which of the following top regrets of the dying most strongly resonates with you? I wish I had A, focused more on enjoying life and being happy, B, taken more risks and lived the life I wanted to live, or C, spent less time working and more time with loved ones, or you can pick D, your own.
Oh my gosh, that's a tough question. I think that can you read them again?
Sure. Focus more on enjoying life and being happy, taking more risks and living the life I wanted to live, spend less time working and more time with loved ones.
I think that I think all of them resonate with me. I'd like to spend more time playing. I'd love to spend more time with my loved ones. And I do feel like I want to have a life with no regrets. So maybe taking more risks, playing more, spending time with my loved one, all of the above.
I love it. I love it. See, the beautiful thing about this game is we can make our rules however we want. So when you are dying, what will matter most? A, comfort and the freedom from pain. B, having my loved ones by my side. C, spiritual support in transitioning to the other side. And I would say the most important thing for me is A, comfort and freedom from pain. That to me is my number 1 wish. So with that, thank you for playing a little bit of the deck with me, deck. And I'm going to pass it over to Christine to start our questionings and our basics with Barbara. Thanks, Christine.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Barbara, so much for joining us today. This is always such an honor to be with you. I really was thinking about the passion that you have about end of life care and the good work that you have done in this. Just this country has received so many gifts from you, from your education and all the books that you have written. But I do feel like death still is many people are afraid of death. And so I was wondering if you could help diffuse that just a bit to perhaps let us know what the signs are when a person is nearing death, because sometimes we don't recognize those signs. And I was wondering if you can expand on that for us a bit more.
I can. All of us are going to be afraid of watching someone die. It's not like in the movies where they say something profound and then close their eyes and they're gone. So when we see someone dying, particularly someone we are contacted with, related to, or have a relationship with, when we see them doing things that the movies don't do, we think something's wrong. So, dying a gradual death is not pretty. Even a fast death does the same thing in the hours to minutes before death comes. And you're going to see facial expressions, frowns, grimaces, silent screams. I have seen a few smiles, but what you want to think about when you see the scary parts of the facial expressions is think of a woman who's in labor trying to push that baby out. Her face doesn't look too good either. You know, she's doing the frowns, the grimaces, the pushing, the screaming, only she's probably doing it out loud instead of quietly. So getting out of our body in those minutes to hours is hard work, and you see it in the body's movements. Very few people lay there perfectly still and stop breathing. The person's going to have their eyes partially open. They may be moving hands, picking random hand movements. Um, they're going to pee the bed. They're going to poop the bed. There's going to be spit coming out of their mouth. It isn't pretty, but it's normal and it's natural. And if we, the watchers, understand this ahead of time, then we can look beyond that and give our love and support and presence without fear to our special person that's leaving.
Thank you so much. That really helps me to understand the process. I love the comparison to birthing. It's very similar, isn't it? Thank you. Can I ask you one other question, Barbara?
Sure.
You have been such a supporter of end-of-life doulas, and I was wondering if you could maybe share a little bit about the supporting role an end-of-life doula can provide, because we know that caregiving can be so challenging and it's such hard work. I was wondering if you could share a little bit about how an end-of-life doula can help support people and their loved ones during that time.
I think that everything involving the labor of dying and the care for people who can't be fixed, everything leads up to the moment of death. That's the goal, is this person is going to die. And that's when the watchers and the person need the support that we can give them. And that's where end-of-life doulas come in my mind, at the most important time. Hospice has reached a point where most family members and patients are alone at that very important moment of death. If hospices would hire end-of-life doulas on salary rather than per hour, and have them be the presence and the guide for the watchers in those hours before death, then you're really truly giving I'm going to say, healing for all the watchers, the support, the guidance, a sense of security for the family during that time. It is the most important moment in end of life work. And that's why I feel end-of-life doulas are an integral part of that work. When I started, that's what we did. Our goal was to be with the patient and family at the moment of death. That I that's how I learned everything I learned, was being there at the moment of death. And as hospice has become more medicalized, has become more of an institution, uh, it has created less and less time with the patient and family. End-of-life doulas have to be careful about getting organized, about getting certified, about getting a structure. Take your knowledge and apply it to each individual person and situation. This, because of where we are today, with hospice not there at the moment of death generally, it is so, what do I want to say? Such a, the synchronicity that can come about from doulas working with hospices, the end result will be the best care for the patient and the best support and guidance for the family. We need to learn how both can work together to provide the best quality care.
Wow. So well said. So well said. And the one thing I heard that you talked about too, Barbara, is it's such a sacred experience. It is not a medical experience when someone is dying. And the way that I compare it to is almost the same. I have the same feeling at someone's end of life that I had when I saw my children being born. It's just that moment of just awe. And it's a beautiful thing. And if the families don't have support, they might miss that sense of awe and have things that they don't remember that are pleasant. So yeah.
The fear overrides that sacredness. The fear overrides the actual beauty that can be in that exiting from the body. We are born, we experience, and we die. Labor to get in here, labor to leave. But both are, well, even the middle is a sacred experience. And that's what end-of-life work wants to accomplish for the watchers and for the person that's leaving.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Barbara, for enlightening us with your wisdom. We are so grateful for your time, that you come on every month and share your wisdom with us. I'm always very starstruck to see you, because you are just someone that really helped me during the hardest time of my life, caring for my dad. And I hold you kind of as a superstar, and that's on me, but it's okay. Just really appreciate your time, and we are so grateful for you. You can check out Barbara's books. She has a whole series of them. As a matter of fact, if you're caring for somebody at home right now, she's got a whole little kit that you can get. You don't even have to decide which books to get. And I will tell you that the one book with the spiral that has plans, and so you can write things down and organize things, was just a godsend for me. You can check all that out at bkbooks.com. Along with, you can follow Barbara and read her blogs and learn from her, as we get to do every month. So thank you, Barbara, for being here. We appreciate you. Thanks, Christine.
Thank you for having me, and for the relationship that we're developing, and for the opportunity to share our knowledge with others, so that everybody dies. And so if we can get the knowledge there, we can make a real big difference.